So how do you hear God? It's easier said than done. How do you hear God? We all are born with this thing called a conscience. It shows us it's something on the inside of us that lets us know what's right and what's wrong. Sometimes it's a little gut feeling. Sometimes someone outside of us, like a parent, they always say mothers always know. It starts with you being able to tune into your conscience, being able to know right from wrong. Pretty much your conscience is the Holy Spirit. Like, that's what your conscience is. It's that part of you that's connected to God, that's leading you. The Holy Spirit is like your navigation, like your spiritual navigation system. It's like, you can either try to go somewhere you're on your own or use MapQuest, but when you have a navigation system, it can give you turn-by-turn directions. It can tell you, turn left right here, or turn right here, or detour, or whatever. Well, my navigation system has an English accent, so that's why I'm saying it like this. But it's your spiritual navigation system. And the more you follow the Holy Spirit in the directions of your life, not just what you're doing, but what you're thinking, what you're saying, and everything, then it's easy to follow it next time. It's easy to recognize it next time. And the more you recognize it, then you're able to understand its voice. And hearing God's voice is being able, once you hear God's voice, which is, it sometimes starts with the conscience. With me, it started with having my little outside prayer meditation, and then I heard like this little, it's like an inner voice that was just like, it would give me answers to some of my questions. Sometimes it'll be like loud answers. Sometimes it'll be, I'll read something, or I'll hear something, I'll see something on TV, or I'll see numbers. God communicates in so many different ways to all of us, different ways. He's the most creative being in the universe. He made us creative in the first place. He communicates in so many different ways, and it's like once you hear him once and obey it, then it's easier to do it next time. And that's not to say if you did something thinking that God told you to do it and it wasn't, then God's gonna like, oh no. He knows your heart. Like I said, like you could moan and groan and he knows what you're really saying, so he knows your heart. If you're like, okay, I'm gonna help this old lady out because I think God told me to help this old lady out, even if he's like, I ain't say that, he'll still honor it because your heart was to obey him. So then once you get in the habit of obeying him, then you'll hear his voice louder and louder and louder, and then you'll be able to recognize it. So then when you pray, you get a response, you get an answer. And it might not be the same way each time. It might be a voice, it might be you run into somebody, it might be you turn on the TV and next thing you know it's the answer to your question. And there's, like I said again, there's no formula to God. So it's not like you do this and this happens, you do this and this happens. It's not, we don't control God, God controls us.